Alright, we are back.
Try not to think like that, though.
Joel's been racking his little brain, thinking very hard about what
I have a
options
very
he's
big
got.
brain, thank you.
Very teeny tiny.
Idiots have bigger brains, but never mind.
Oh, shit. I played myself. So, yeah. I don't know how to say it cool to make it seem like... I don't want to be like, behold my demon, and like summon him, and then just like...
Strap your pants.
Wah, wah.
Alright,
Okay.
but you want to summon your demon.
So I want to summon my demon. So do I need to like demon, or can I just like do it like subconsciously or like think about it?
Yeah,
and, like,
it won't necessarily be obvious to anyone other than you that you're
Okay.
doing it.
So I want to do it while talking to him. Like, do you really think you can like win this fight? You got
So you want to keep him talking
yeah,
because it's not like it doesn't teleport to you, right?
yeah, exactly. So
Cool.
I've now do
Alright,
you
you
want to
gain-
add like a point?
Have I even told you how much taint that you?
No, I
Alright.
didn't know there was a system for it. I just
Okay.
thought you just
So
said,
just-
okay, now you're a zombie.
All right, so just put yourself at 2 taint.
How many taint is it to become
like-
a shit?
This ratio for
Like
teeny
it's a scale of 1 to 10, I guess. But
Okay, cool. Excuse me.
all right, so he'll like keep talking. Do you have anything else you want to say to him or ask him?
Who's Fade? I don't know.
Yeah, like who's Fade?
Some samurai. He
Okay.
doesn't know. He just knows that they made him an offer,
Okay.
and promised them that they would like burn down all the poppy fields, which they have been doing.
They have been doing. Let's go ask him.
We keep them talk.
What role do you play with the ninjas?
None. I have no connection to the ninjas.
Most sincere.
Ninjas actually have been hurting their people more than anyone else.
I think I want to know, is Raspy his father? No?
No, not biological.
Or is Raspy connected to this? Does he know anything about it?
Nope. Well, I mean, he does now because he's standing behind you, but
Yeah.
but previous to then, no.
Does Eyebrows give a shit about Raspy?
Yeah,
Are
like
you
that's
seriously
why.
gonna fucking? You've been the guy who's like, let's not be dishonorable this whole time.
I'm not gonna kill him.
You could be like, here's a knife to his throat. Is that what
Probably
you're gonna do?
didn't tell him because he didn't.
It's
want him
either
involved.
that or we die. Like if the demon doesn't show up, I mean we have like a chance, but how many like leather workers is this?
It's not like the whole district is arrayed against you,
I
but
know.
it's we'll say
Fireball amount.
2 dozen.
We could take that.
24 other
I
workers.
say we can take it.
We have ample too.
We're all very healthy.
When I read about Ample, it mostly just said he was skilled in jiu-jitsu. Is he just gonna be like punching people?
He also has a sword, but he's better at jiu-jitsu than he is with a sword, so he might just do that.
Hell yeah.
Do you think I could? Okay, wait. Do you think I could convince them that Ample's an Oni because of all the bee stings on his
They
face?
know who Ample is.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How about we just? What's this?
I'm gonna draw my bow.
Enjoy your bow.
All right, there's a pencil right there.
Please draw.
Okay, so the Oni is going to show up, but is there anything else you want to verbally say or ask before that happens?
To him? Like to Eyebrows?
Sure. Or, I mean, is there someone else
Oh,
want
I
to
thought you were like, do you want me to give orders to the Oni? I mean, or like, okay.
No.
I wish they didn't have.
I'm just saying, like, I don't, because this conversation is going to end when the Oni gets there.
Yeah, I just, yeah, I think that's what I say. Like, apologize to Ample. I'm sorry, or Ample. Apologize to Eyebrows. We didn't realize that was, that it was as bad as it was, and I wish I could go back and do better.
Cool.
Yeah. Filled with regret, but
A giant shadow falls over the crowd as nobody heard the Oni come because it's super quiet.
Which is weird.
It's
Terrifying.
not all
I
Oni,
know.
Yeah. The
It's got human arms for feet.
and it's like it blots out the sun as it
Wow.
descends and just like crashes into a group of leather workers. And let's roll some initiative.
Oh God.
Solid.
Hey, 13.
Fuck. I got 10. So good.
5.
Wait, is that 6 a 0? What?
What is a wakizashi? Is that a sword?
Wakizashi
Yes.
is like a smaller sword.
Exactly.
It's a bit smaller than
And
a katana.
tante is like a knife.
Tanto
Tanto is
is
a
a
knife.
knife,
Yeah.
If I got 10, do I roll?
I know my
another
Japanese
one?
weaponry. It's
Sorry?
whatever.
If I got 10, I don't roll another one, do
No, you do.
I do?
Yeah, it explodes.
I? Okay, so, oh shit. 22.
22 for Seb.
Wait, does he only have a roll?
Yes, he does.
Cool.
All right, but Seb is going to go first. So I'm going to say that like 6 of these dudes got crushed just when they only.
Right on. I am going to aim for eyebrows.
Cool.
Alive. Keep him alive.
He's a demon too.
He calls an Oni. Oni battle! Come on.
It's going to be a 15 to hit him.
That's like, yeah.
Wait. Call your shot. I want him alive. Really bad.
How does it work to call my shot again?
So
It
really-
is a different number of raises depending on how you want to call a shot. You say 2 raises in and you can make it non-lethal. And
Two
just,
raises, so it'd be a 25. Yeesh. What are you rolling?
6 keep 3. But I can
And
use
you-
a void point. So that would be 7 keep 4.
Yep.
I'm going to do that. And
Okay.
I'm going to...
tell me where you want to shoot him.
I'd like to incapacitate him and not kill him.
Okay.
So... Leg would not necessarily...
Or just
like
a
an
gut
arrow
shot,
leg.
maybe?
Gut shot could be deadly, especially.
I don't know where. There's not really a perfect shot here to aim for.
Center of the belly. It gets the intestines and just the intestines, which isn't like totally fatal, and it hits the spine. He can't walk. He's crippled. He's paralyzed.
Shoot him in a lung. He's got another lung.
That also works.
Uh,
Long
Also
shot.
right under the heart.
Can I just say
But-
somewhere non-lethal with
Sure.
us? Okay. Nah,
All right.
all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, that's what I like to hear. Oh yeah.
So
You got it.
that and then that and then we're going to do that. So that would be 29, 34,
You got him.
Enough to
40
hit him.
something.
So now we still got to do damage roll.
Okay.
So, which you could still theoretically still kill him, but he's just not auto going to die. So it's your
Strength.
What type of arrows you got?
I think you had armor piercing, didn't you? AP.
Probably that's what I took.
It just says arrows.
Okay, we'll assume armor piercing then. So those are 1 keep 1, but you add your strength to the number rolled. So what's your strength?
Strength, which is
Water. It's water.
water. 2.
2. All right, so you're gonna roll 3, keep 1 for damage.
So 9.
All right,
Eyebrows is dead.
it's not dead.
Oh.
All right, so takes 9 damage. All right, so and its name is
Oni no Rio.
Mayo. No,
Mayo.
no, it's not secretly a transforming Oni.
Just give sauce.
Two cool demons.
All right, so the Oni is now going to go. Can I borrow some of those dice?
How many do you want?
All of them.
Oh, fuck. Does he have any cool beam powers?
Well,
The Oni doesn't necessarily only have to go out.
Yeah, I feel like he's immediately just gonna cut everything here. I don't think he's picking sides here.
I think he might.
It's
I
like he's
think,
like,
he
hey,
might.
Neil, kill shit.
I think he might be a bro. Please let him be a bro, Doug. Don't be like that.
There's so many hardships.
what about anything I've done has told you that I'd go easy on you?
Because
Some
it's our last
sympathy.
session. You're a nice guy.
Throw a little kindness away. I don't know.
All right, cool. He succeeds at using his ability, which is going to basically crush a bunch of leatherworkers around him.
But how?
He
ability.
his ability is he's part like these metallic parts. As
Yeah.
he is like they're like clockwork components.
Okay.
That he that sort of unravel, and there's a bunch of gears that just like tear into everything around him.
Wow.
Badass.
And yeah, so
So like, did he like repair himself with cogs in like the demon realm?
I think he was fixed by the
yeah,
magic people.
Oh.
yes, that is correct. They needed to do some extra stuff to bring him back to life. So there's another 6 leatherworkers gone.
Yay!
Cool.
I feel like useless and like almost maybe kill one guy. Like,
All right, Joel, what does the Sukiryu do?
So you said that old man was behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like doing anything? Is he just like watching the horror?
He's aghast. Yeah, he's terrified. He'll probably run on his turn.
Probably.
I
just
just
don't-
don't.
I just
Gets
don't
a
wanna-
roll. I
I
guess.
just don't want to get knifed in the back by this old guy. It's like, if I can do
You
something.
have a giant soul-sucking demon who's stolen your name in front of you, and you're like, "Oh, no, this old guy. Maybe he's got a knife."
he might have a knife.
You literally have an army of dudes with blades in front of you.
So you least expect.
Turn around and deal with this one old guy. Fine. Leave your back exposed to all that.
I'll just like boot him and then like run into the guys. Okay, so I guess I'm going for some leather workers.
Okay.
I also want to call to be like, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it.
I just thought of something. All of a sudden, there's this demon that
You
shows
just
up.
give him extra points for
Would
that.
we be attacking the demon?
What?
Yeah, it's
We
probably
would be
pretty bad
attacking the
right now.
demon.
Well, no, we were there when they made the deal.
Yeah.
But this probably looks really bad.
But like,
the
he
man
didn't say.
called in a demon.
Like, he didn't
It-
say
yeah.
that I'm
Okay,
summoning
how
a
about
demon.
when I take my attack and I call out to him, like, thanks for coming, then maybe you guys will gather that.
Well, at that point, yes.
Yeah,
But
which I
we
do.
haven't gotten there yet.
Cool. So you're gonna attack a random other worker?
I want to attack the one with, like, the curved sickle thing.
Okay.
I want to attack that
There's
one.
definitely one with that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I forget what they're called, but...
Well, a sickle. You mean a comma?
Yeah, that.
Okay. That's yeah. Cool. Yeah. So to hit a regular dude is just a 10. That's all it takes.
Little dude.
You only have 2 reflexes and no armor.
Do you think
Oh.
Thinking again.
that, given the situation,
Mm-hmm.
we'd have a chance to kill the Oni here?
Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, like, you know, I'm gonna die, like, at some point. I don't want to, like, be the reason there's just a...
Yo,
Incredibly powerful Oni, who would be able to breed afterwards.
how about we kill?
What?
When they fully steal a name from somebody, they become a greater Oni, and they can spawn smaller, like, new versions of themselves. So there would be more owl demons if you
I don't
fully
remember
takes
that.
your
I
name.
don't remember that part.
How about we deal with
So we discussed it in regards to.
people first?
Well, they're probably gonna be attacking the Oni.
Yep.
So I was just thinking, like, now would be the time. But anyway, I'll
Hey,
kill
we
the
can
leather
do it
worker.
after we kill all these other workers. I'm down.
All right, I'll just kill the leather worker. So,
Okay.
yeah, that one with the comma.
Because we're already dealing with all these other workers. You don't need to all of a sudden deal with an Oni on us now too.
I just feel like that we're not gonna be like the main focus of the leather workers either. They're probably attacking people like, oh shit, the owl thing.
Depends. They might be like, nah, I'm killing these fuckers. They keep the opening trade alive. This is how I'm going out. This is how I'm going out.
All right, killing the comma guy. We did it.
Cool. You murdered a dude. Successfully murdered. Alright, that was Joel. Next we have the leather workers. So, we're gonna do a bunch of fear checks.
Do you need these as well?
No. Not that good at it. Doop, 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 That's 14 is not good enough.
They need at least a 15.
Yep. Nope. Nope.
They all run away.
Nope. Nope.
Ooh,
One
One guy.
stands alone.
Oh,
Goodness.
the 2 heroes we needed.
And 3 of them stay.
3 of the 3
All right,
heroes,
and
the 3
now-
musketeers.
Now eyebrows will roll.
What? He's dead.
No, he's unconscious.
Damage.
What's that?
But no, he's not unconscious. He's only hurt. The only.
And now he's running away.
Now he's running away. Yeah.
You shove him along. He'd be like wheezing and fall down.
He's
took
slowly
9
getting
damage.
away.
Okay.
He's not dead. He's not. He's like.
He's injured.
Yeah. Hey, he's taking severe penalties, but doesn't. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you each get attacked by one of the leather workers who didn't run.
Okay.
And all the other dudes flee.
They don't attack the demon.
He just runs.
Wow.
Fucking Raspy doesn't run.
Badass.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, he doesn't attack you, but
Okay.
yeah, but he doesn't
You just see those.
he doesn't abandon his people in their time of need.
Even though all those people are now gone.
All right,
Save 3.
so Keegan, what is the target number to hit you?
I don't know.
It's
Armor.
on the upper right hand corner of your
Right
sheet.
above skills.
What is your
reflex times 5 plus armor.
So it's yours 15, I'm pretty sure. Oof. Oh, wait.
That is a hit. All right, so
Poop
you will take 9 damage.
How do I calculate damage?
In the lower left-hand corner of your sheet, you have several different damage levels that you fill in until they are full. So your Earth is 2, right?
Yes.
So you will have 4 in each of most of those boxes.
Yep.
So you put 4 in the first box, 4 in the second box, and 1 in the third box. So that puts you at the second
-2.
Minus-
-2. Yeah. So you're 2 less dice on things you do.
Yep.
All right. So Joel,
Me.
target number to hit you is
25.
like a million.
Get fucked,
It
leather
doesn't
worker.
hit you. 20 for 7. Ooh.
Ooh.
Damn it.
All right, so that's definitely a hit. All right, so that is 12 damage to you.
Yikes.
Now your
How
Earth
much?
is
12?
yeah.
Ooh.
So he's also still just at a -2, but
I know, still.
Yeah.
But I'm at the full -2.
yeah,
Right.
and 1 more damage in your.
Break.
Trying to think.
Heal? This is bananas.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal, but
Still takes
I'm at
-2.
-2. That's
Yep.
the rough part. So is it my turn now?
So that is.
I had a 5, so.
Yep, it is your turn, and after you is ample.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So I want to heal you, so you can take a shot after eyebrows again. But because a heal takes 2 actions,
You can use a raise to
Yeah.
reduce the bound.
so I get a free raise, right?
You get a free raise, and you can raise additionally up to your void. So it'll heal 1 wound level from him, and each raise can heal another wound level.
Okay.
So to heal him for full, you need to raise twice and use your free raise to reduce the casting
So
time.
that would be a 15 to hit.
It'd be a 15. Yeah.
Can I use void points for extra dice?
Yes.
Can I use 2 void points?
You use 1, reduce the penalty by 1 at least.
So I'd be at. Roll 4, keep 3. If I use a void, I use a 15.
It's decent.
Let's do that.
I believe in you.
No, you don't. I don't want to fuck up. Good. I got like a 16 plus a 9. So.
Sweet.
How
All
much
right.
am I
That heals you full.
full?
Yep.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Keegan healed me, would it actually heal me? Just because of the nature of my not
It
aliveness?
actually hurts you.
You are in a close enough state to being alive. Yes, it would heal you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
this is
eventually
like
it wouldn't?
this is the best way to be undead.
Sure. Sure. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I've been fine.
All right.
Roll initiative.
No, Ample gets to
right.
murder a leather worker.
Like,
Actually, he's got to do a fear check. Actually, you should have also done one from the demon.
oh, I don't get afraid.
Nope. Roll
Why?
willpower. Why?
Because
Wait, I have to roll 15?
Yeah.
I don't think you got healed. Oh, yeah, you did. I got
There
Does
you
he
go.
have to roll 15? Doesn't he have to roll for your thing?
He will.
well, it was before the attack.
Oh, when you shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
He
So
went first.
next turn you'll have to do fear check then?
Yes. All right. So Ample passes.
He like picks up a leather worker and uses them as a weapon against another leather worker.
Smack
Well.
all the worker weapon with you.
Well, he is going to use his two-way throw to
Which is a
slam,
special move.
to slam one against the wall. And he definitely hits. So he murders the leather worker. So there's now 2 leather workers left that are relevant.
You didn't answer why I'm not afraid of the demon. Why didn't I-
Sure didn't.
You summoned it.
Like I assume why.
It's because you were an undead creature who is tied to this Oni and summoned it.
I assumed that was my
You're not subject to its fear. You're fine. Don't worry about it. It's not certainly not a sign of anything awful. All right, roll initiative again.
I'm on 10. Well, 9.
10.
Why? Ow.
Ample got a 3.
Who?
Ample got a 3.
Ample. What are you doing?
Oh.
He like trips as soon as he smashes the leather worker.
All right.
Or maybe Abel just really doesn't like blood, so he kills me. He's like, oh!
Otaku Ichika.
Hey.
You're first.
Alright, I think I want to do the same thing, but to me.
Sure.
So I'm gonna waste my last void point for that.
Sounds good.
No waste.
Out of void
No
points,
waste
huh?
yeah, no. Keegan's gonna die. I need to hit a I got it anyways.
Cool. So you're fully healed.
Yo.
All right. Joel and Seb, you go at the same time.
So we can just both each attack a
So-
leather worker, right?
Yeah. So
There's
Eyebrows
one
is fleeing.
Oh.
Take his other leg out, please.
Because there's only one leather worker.
That's why I healed you.
There's 2.
Two.
There's 2?
Yeah.
Alright, because
But
he
they're
did.
not, a
He,
big,
but-
they're not a big threat
they're
anyways.
not a big threat
really.
right now.
Except to me.
Didn't you say one of them was that guy and he wasn't attacking?
No,
No,
I'm not
there's
counting
3
him.
including
There's
him.
2 generic
Okay.
leather workers.
I'm going to run towards Eyebrows and shoot him again.
Okay.
You can't.
Can I do
shoot-
that?
You can't
Yeah,
just
I mean
shoot
you
him
don't
from where
really
are.
need to run towards him.
It's a
I'm gonna
ranged.
shoot.
It is a ranged weapon. You don't throw the bow.
Shut up.
All right. Are you attempting to make it non-lethal, or are you just?
I
gonna
will
murder him?
still try to make it not
You could like chase after.
long lethal.
You can't
Long
actually
lethal?
move yourself.
Don't hurt yourself.
Cool. Give her a roll. It is still.
Do I
15.
do a fear check?
Yes, you do. You would. Yeah.
Okay, what do I do for
It
fear?
is a willpower roll. So your willpower is 2, and you need a 15.
Just grab photos. What
That
Or
is
that's
9. Yep.
Just let him
Cool.
know, just letting the guy upstairs know he's appreciated.
All right, let me just check here
Let's
because
get away.
What do you mean?
it is a fail, but it is not the more severe type of fail.
Wait, what happened?
There's 2 levels of failing. One, he's not going to flee. He's just going to suffer some penalties
You're spooked.
to
Like,
attack
oh, so this is
the
a demon.
demon. Yeah. No.
Imagine each shot at the guy who's like limping away and miss, and then he starts running away.
Okay, so 2 things. You cannot spend void points while combating the Oni. And you any dice you roll that are lower than its fear rating, you lose them after you roll them. So you can't choose to keep them. So a 1 or a 2 you don't get to keep, which aren't.
Shucks.
I know, right? But the no void point thing is the big thing.
'Cause you
Against
can
the
get
Oni.
killed.
Yes.
Because I'm going to use my last void point
Okay.
against eyebrows.
Okay.
To make sure you get that.
Especially
Sure.
since I can't use it against the Oni anymore.
Cool. Roller.
Alright, so.
Did you call your shot?
Yeah, same thing as
yeah.
last time.
Yep,
So,
that's a hit.
That's a hit, yep.
Cool. Alright, so roll your damage. This is 3, keep 1.
8.
8.
So up to 17.
Cool. Cool. He is in his -4 box.
What are you doing?
I was
Okay.
looking at the different
Oh.
levels. See, because he's one away from, he's not quite down. He's still able to move.
All right, so it's my turn. Well, because he and I are doing the same thing. We were both 9s.
Yep.
Cool. Can I dual wield?
No.
Fuck.
There's a whole class about dual wielding. You are not one of.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was
It's
an
the,
option.
it's the dragon Wushi. That's what their deal is. Like, you can do it, you just suck if you do it.
This is bullshit. I'm doing it next time.
Next time
Sure.
we play this campaign, we can never play again. I'm playing it.
Oh, we could still play L5R again sometime.
Yes.
Now I know. I'm gonna kill another leather worker, I guess.
Okay.
Another essentially defenseless little man.
Yeah. Roll it. Do it up. Do so. Yep. Kill the other worker.
Ooh. Dude, I rolled so good. Maybe the slash went into the other one.
Nope. None of that works. But you do certainly murder a person. You have human blood all over you.
One
He's
guy
gonna-
left.
It
He's probably going to
rejuvenates
run
me.
away.
Let's show
Rejuvenates me.
mercy.
Or die. The Oni's going to kill him.
Ample's probably gonna kill him. I guess it's the well, it's the leather worker and the Oni at the same time. So that's fun. So let's say the leather worker is gonna attack Joel, and the Oni is gonna kill the leather worker.
All right, so leather worker misses, and then we only attacks. Yeah.
Well, let's see whether the leather worker misses.
Yes.
Leather worker misses.
I wanted to just fuck you up after you said that.
Like 8
just,
criticals.
Just like he like, flips the sword and just cuts your head off. Like
Straight up kills me. That would have been the best, actually.
So I only roll a portion of the Oni's dice, but he definitely hits the leather worker and kills it. And then he just like crushes it with his foot, and like its head like like whips around at a weird angle and looks at you, and he says, "You called?"
The head?
the
No,
animal.
the-
Oh,
Oni.
because
Because it's an owl demon, so he can bend his neck.
I'm like in awe. Like that was sick. Whatever the Japanese equivalent of that expression would be.
So at this point, him saying that, we know that there's something odd going on.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the problem right now. We need to kill an Oni.
Not necessarily.
So
Do you not know what we're supposed to be doing at this point? Like,
it is now Ample's turn, and he is going to attack the Oni.
Oh. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Ample.
hope,
I'm so sorry.
hope eyebrows doesn't get away.
I'm so sorry, Ample.
Karate punch.
Oh,
Two-way throw.
I want, please.
Honestly,
Okay,
okay, listen. Either way that this goes down, honestly, I'm kind of okay with.
I pray to Jesus. Let Ample just one punch this guy. I just want the rolls to be
I don't
perfect.
even know if that's possible.
You know what? You know what?
Roll all
Ample.
zeros.
Let's go spend a void point.
Yes! You can get it.
Done.
Come on.
Roll zeros. Roll tens.
Punch the
Tens.
shit out of him.
Roll tens. Come on, Ample. Any tens? Ample, you suck.
He might still have them. Let's see.
What's the hit to the thing? 25?
30.
Oh, damn.
Big boy.
Wow, I don't think we'd stand a chance if we fought him.
17, 23,
I have 2 in
29.
agility, like I'm garbage.
Oh, one.
So he grabs the thing's wing and it just like flips its wing out and hurls Ample
Is he dead?
Like, no, he's not dead. But it's not an attack, but like,
Just like,
Yeah, fuck off.
like crushes a small shack nearby. Let's roll some more initiative to keep keep going.
His eyebrows is still not gone.
11. I'm good.
10.
The best.
Oh, best.
Simply the best.
Keegan, give me your best Tony Montana impression.
Okay,
Can't.
Oh.
up first is the Oni.
So, who is he gonna attack now?
Well, the person who just attacked him.
Yeah, probably the guy who attacked him. So you guys don't know, is me and the Oni are best buds.
Are you?
Yeah.
Big plot twist? Ample's dead.
Super hits Ample.
Like, dead.
Well, let's find out. Well, Ample spends his second void point to not be killed by the attack. But he might still die. Ample's like hardy. He has a lot of health, so we'll
I
see.
don't doubt. What's the thing to hit him?
To hit Ample
Yeah.
is only a 15.
Oh.
But he has a Earth of 4,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
he's pretty robust.
Beef.
But this is the Oni we're talking about.
So he's dead.
Bigger beef.
Alright, so that is 32 damage, but because he spent the void point, it's reduced by 10, so he's gonna take 22.
That's still shit.
So he's only in like the second tier, right?
He's gonna be in the third one. He's in -2. He's in,
Oh, yeah.
'cause he takes 8, 8, then 6.
Pretty good
Um,
for taking a hard hit.
yeah, there's not a lot of people that could survive the like claw raking he just gets from
I
the
have a little
Oni.
more respect for Ample now. Not that I didn't like Ample, he's just really ugly.
All
He
right,
looks like an Oni.
so that's him. Next is Joel. Joel, what do you do?
So I guess the only real enemy is your eyebrows. Myself.
Yeah, so Eyebrows is still fleeing. Yeah. You do not have time to pull out a bow, though.
I throw my sword at him.
But he's had
chase
2
after
turns
him.
of running, so probably not. No.
Can you chase after him? I think it'd be reasonable he catches up to him eventually. Like in a few turns.
Okay.
You could do athletics rolls, but yes, it would take a few turns. When you have dudes with bows, that'll probably just shoot them.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill him.
I don't even have a flat axe.
Well, I'm
so it
not
doesn't
sure
matter.
how you think that a bow is less likely to kill him than a sword.
No, I mean tackle him to the ground.
Could I, like, just tell the Oni to go pick him up and bring him back? Like, could I spend my turn to talk?
You can attempt to command the Oni, sure.
I don't want command.
You
I'm
realize-
persuading. I'm just asking
Okay.
to do
It's
a
a bud
brother a
asking a
favor.
bud.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're all friends here.
Give me a courtier and awareness roll. You can even add in your voice.
I would hope
Why
so.
not?
I'm
Of course, an
talking.
Oni is-
Dude, can I romance the Oni?
Bromance.
I want to play through this whole campaign again, but with some kind of like add-on to it where it's a dating sim.
Done.
Let's make it into a Yowie game. Could just see Doug. So he, never mind.
33.
33. All right.
Now it's the Oni's turn.
He's gonna roll against me? He's not just gonna help a brother out?
No. Is 16, 20, 27.
Ooh.
So he will help you.
Yeah.
He, I mean,
I don't
he's
want-
already taken his action for this
Yeah.
turn, but
Like I said, I don't want him to kill Eyebrows. I just want to, like, pick him up and bring him back.
sure.
That's what I asked him to do.
You
Don't-
sure did ask him to pick him up.
And bring him back is the whole sentence that I spoke to the
He didn't say
thing.
alive.
Okay. None of that means not dead. But Keegan,
Oh,
Whatever. I mean, really, whatever.
I don't know what the hell to do here. Jesus Christ.
Pet the Oni.
Nope.
I mean, you could fucking heal Ample, maybe.
true. He's
That
like
is beefy.
he's -2.
Yeah, but that means I can't cast another water spell for the rest of this campaign.
If you drink water, you refill your water.
It's
You
not-
also have void slots that you can use for any type of spell.
Oh, okay.
And it's also almost 10.
Okay, I'll feel ample boy.
Cool.
Uh,
So you're gonna not be at any penalty now, but it's still a 15 to fully heal him.
you get free raise that you calculate that already?
Yeah, that's all to do in one action and fully heal him. So he's hurt the same
I
level as you
fucking
guys were.
got
Cool. All right. Cool.
Look at you being the support.
You come in handy eventually.
All right. So that is Keegan. Next, we are at Seb.
Okay,
What's
so
Steve
if
do?
I were to shoot another arrow,
It'd be probably at a disadvantage, wouldn't it? Is that what it would be? Or
he's
no?
at -4. But if I
You could kill him with the
if
shot.
I overwound him,
So the
Well, you can always
Here.
choose to take the lower dice.
you can
Yeah,
always
we
choose.
don't know how much it's gonna take to bring him down.
Actually, you do. So he has.
Did you say he was at -4?
Hold
You said
on.
he was at-
Shh, shh, shh. You could do 17 more damage to him without killing him.
oh jeez.
Like
And
if
how
you
much do I need
if
to
you do
bring
if you
him
do
down?
18 or more, he'll die.
Right,
But
which I'm not gonna do.
Right.
If you roll all 10s.
But I can choose my dice.
mm.
So.
You roll all 10s. You only
Except
get 10s.
I can't use 1s or 2s. So. But yeah, so I'll do that. So the same shot as before.
Okay.
No void point because I'm out of void points. So 6, so 12, 19.
You got him.
No, we need because he's raising twice.
Oh.
So we need 25.
Oh.
Alrighty. So your shot goes wide. Hits Tommy.
I'm no Hawkeye.
All right.
Collateral damage.
What are you doing?
Ample like stumbles up and thanks you for healing him and is like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Welcome to the Magistrate.
Wait, does he say that to like him specifically or just all of
No,
us?
just in general.
I was just like,
He has
this is-
no context for any of
okay.
this.
I was like, okay. I explained to him, like, give him like the super prevalence thing. So, okay. Someone sold my daughter's soul to this demon. And then I was like, I'll trade you. And he's like, cool. And now we're best friends. I look at the Oni, like, kind of like with like a.
All right. So we're gonna do some time compression cola at this point because the Oni is gonna swoop and pick up Eyebrows.
Okay.
He is going to drop him in your vicinity. Would anyone like to make an effort to catch Eyebrows?
Am I, if I screw up, am I going to take damage or something because he falls on me?
Maybe.
Depends on how bad you roll, I guess.
Yeah.
What would I need to roll?
This is probably athletics, I guess, is the closest thing.
I don't have that. So.
Okay, well, it's going to be athletics
I
and
have a 1 in athletics.
reflexes.
I have a 2.
I have
Okay, so
reflex.
I
I have really
want-
good reflexes.
I have 3 reflexes and 2 in athletics.
Yeah, so you'd be working 5, keep 3.
If I keep
I'd be rolling 4, keep 4.
They're both
I
good.
don't know which would be better.
I think 4 keep 4 is technically better.
Do you want to do it? Should I do it?
Well,
It's up to you guys.
all of this is your fault, so.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a devastatingly good point.
So does that mean yes? I should
Yeah,
do it.
Yes,
roll
yes.
it. All of this
I'm just gonna roll to see what happened. If I would have done.
Is it good?
What would I have needed?
You're looking for 15.
I would have gotten it.
I got it. So I caught him.
Cool. You catch Eyebrows in a like a sultry yaoi embrace.
Then I drop him.
Yeah. So anyway, he is now unconscious, but alive.
Guess
Okay.
we can't talk. We won't.
I didn't want to keep him alive, so this is you. You wanted it.
We need. Well, I'm the one that was trying to
okay.
incapacitate him. We need to bring him to.
And the Oni flies off towards the city.
No,
Yeah, what a
I want him to
surprise.
stick
What do you
around.
expect to happen?
I want. We're friends.
No, you're not.
Definitely.
He's your
There-
master.
The Oni said, "Yeah, I'll hang with you guys," and then it all ended happily ever after. That's what happened.
So I think we need to bring eyebrows to the governor, or to basically.
Assuming that, that she's not like. All right. Yeah,
Well,
let's just,
so you know, you can see that like a good deal of the city's on fire at this point. Oh yeah,
Maybe
that's the thing.
I
So
should-
choose where you go wisely.
okay.
I could heal eyebrows and get some stuff out of them, but I don't exactly
Where?
know what we're looking for.
So I would say that on this map, this section here is on fire.
Okay, wait. The fisherman quarter or this all?
This
The...
whole circle.
The Fisherman District and the Temple District.
Okay, so that pretty well that whole area.
Yeah.
And where's the governor?
Governor's Mansion is here
Basically.
in the Noble District. So if you had to guess from what you could see, they're sieging the Noble District at this point.
So, what should we do?
I'm going to go get my daughter. Or at least go make sure she's safe. Like if as long as like Jodabon can protect her, like
Things
whatever.
are burning down and everything. You have to trust that the person we left her
I
with
think Jordan is the only person capable of.
of protecting
I
her.
have to check.
Okay. Well, we're not. I'm not going with.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Got a duty.
I'm with you, Steve.
So
We're
Did you
splitting.
just laugh
Up.
at God and duty?
Shut up.
20 years old, eh? Well, as magistrates, is it also our? Well, do we have a duty to protect the governor and whatnot, or?
You have a duty to ensure the safety and prosperity of the Empire.
You have a responsibility. Responsibility.
Okay.
So what do you think? Should we make our way
We
towards
at
the
least
governor's
need
mansion?
to go to the Nobles District.
Yeah.
Because that's where shit's going
So
down.
let's go
regardless.
towards Noble's district.
So
and
let's
we'll
go
from
there, and then we'll figure out what's going on from there.
And I'm assuming we're taking eyebrows with us,
We'll carry
arrested,
this on.
handcuffed, or whatever we have. that
Slung
can
over your
bind
back
him.
because he's knocked out.
Ample.
Sure.
Oh, Ample, yeah, Ample will bring him because Ample's big
Yeah,
boy.
Ample's gonna carry him.
Yeah, I direct because he is my guy. I just direct him to go with them. I'm assuming he probably would have done it anyway, but
Sure. Sounds good.
all right.
Cool. All right. So, deal with you guys first, and I'll let you know what happens when you get to Jordan's place.
That's telling.
All
I
right.
hope it's bad.
It's probably gonna be bad.
I don't hope it's bad. Tommy's okay.
All right. So there's chaos in the streets. Fire, death, like everywhere. City is doing poorly. The side that you come at the Noble District from on isn't the side being sieged, so you're able to get in. The guards there and recognize you, let you in. That's not a problem. By the time you make it to the governor's mansion, the walls of the Noble District have been breached, and there's combat like in the streets. You can tell at this point that it is like Fade and the Unicorn have joined forces and are attacking the Scorpion.
I knew it.
What a surprise.
So,
Is Fade anywhere to be seen?
We wouldn't even know who he is.
he's the commander of that force, so
Does he have a big commander sign or something?
he does.
What?
Cool.
No, he has the fanciest hat, of
It'd
course.
be easy enough to identify the leader amongst the rabble.
Kind of like
He's
You guys
like
Talk about looking for Fade or looking for
Fade.
he is a cavalry commander.
Do we recognize you if we see him? See a guy we know?
He's not. So you will see him in the crowd, but you've not seen him before. Yeah, he's not somebody that you recognize. One thing I'll give you sort of a sense of is actually, do either of you have battle?
Battle? No.
Joel have battle?
No.
They would literally be called battle.
Yeah,
Yeah. Joel, go ahead and roll.
I'm not with them.
Yeah, you're still in the same district. Roll intelligence in battle. Actually, no,
Perfect.
perception battle.
Perfect. The same thing no matter what. What am I looking for?
Just 15.
Come on, baby.
I should have just rolled perception.
Nope. Worst roll I think I've ever rolled.
Cool. All right. I will tell you guys so that you know, but your characters don't realize this. They they are using Thunderguard uniforms to confuse the Thunderguard in terms of who they're fighting, but they're able to keep it straight somehow.
Okay.
That you're not really sure,
Yeah,
but
Eagle Vision.
they appear to be like really well organized. Fadesmen.
Well, they've been planning this for a while. That's for sure.
Probably all know each other like personally too. I feel like it's like a group of men who are like, yeah, let's all work together to take the establishment down.
This is a perfect plan.
Till we showed up, let's get it.
I'm gonna die.
All right. So, what is it you want to accomplish when you make it to this conflagration?
So, is the governor's mansion under attack?
More or less, yeah.
I don't feel like at this point I'd be like,
There's
we
the-
found.
The Thunderguard are in the streets fighting, so it's not like they're not holed up and being besieged. Exactly.
I wouldn't run into the governor.
The governor
just, like,
herself
slam
is
down eyebrows.
still
Like,
in
we
the
found
governor's
him.
mansion, as far as you're
Sorry,
aware.
what was that?
The governor herself is still in the governor's mansion because she's not like a warrior.
So here's what I'm thinking. It's Fade is likely going to want to face the governor. I would
Or at
imagine,
least kill her.
or at least kill her.
It's pretty much Fade and his troops versus Joko and the Thunderguard,
Right.
and with support from the Unicorn. For
What about the Omen? Where's the
Should
Omen?
we just be joining in into the battle and killing as much as we can?
Body slams them all.
Yeah,
Or should we actually go to the governor and protect her?
that's what I'm worried about. Cause I feel like this is pretty much like either one person's gonna die if we don't help them, or this person's gonna die if we don't help them.
We don't have anything on them. We don't have anything. I kind of like to go to try to kill Fade.
Alright,
And
you know what? That's one of the duties we had when we came into this town, right? Stop Fade.
Go out and blaze of glory.
Might as well.
If this is how we're going,
Let's
well,
do
this is
it.
how we're going.
All right,
Going for Fade.
cool. Let's just roll initiative.
Haha, 13.
Ah.
Best I can get.
Keegan.
Or wait, sorry. Not 13. 16. Too much rolling going on there.
Well, one of those was for Joko, so you know.
Yeah.
It's helpful. All right, so there is Fade and two of his men have, well, they started off being more, but basically they've cornered Joko, and you guys get there in time to participate in that fight. So there's Fade and two of his dudes versus the three of you, essentially.
Cool.
So 3-on-3.
Where's Ample?
Yeah, Impulse with you.
So 4 and 3.
4-on-3.
But he's disabled. He has eyebrows on his shoulder.
Drop eyebrows.
yeah.
and-
Okay.
Eyebrows literally doesn't matter right now.
But Seb, you go first.
Right on.
I'll roll
I
an Ample.
am okay. So I'm gonna go to try to attack one of his lackeys.
Okay.
Kind of, when you play video games, you go with you kill the little guys before you go for the big guy.
Fight the big guy, yeah.
Demoralize them.
All right. So
Oh no, just because then there's less people attacking them.
hold on. They are in heavy armor,
Okay.
and their reflex is 3, so it's a 25 to hit them.
Oh, what's
Now,
big gonna have? Christ.
you have armor-piercing arrows. So with your arrows, you ignore their armor, so it's only a 15.
Hell yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
My armor's 5 times.
No, your armor is 5 times your reflexes. Well, your target armor is 5 times your reflexes plus your armor. Your armor adds 10.
20. Oh, I'm at 30 now for armor. I've been at 30 this whole time.
What a cool dude.
Thankfully, I haven't been
That
hit
is
by anything.
definitely a 15. Also, these dudes do not have void points left, so you shoot one in the neck and he falls off his horse. So one of Fade's dudes is dead. Next is them. So
Oh, good thing you killed them. Killed that guy.
well,
Source wants to avenge this horse to play.
Nay.
so
Horse team.
Fade is gonna attack Joko, and his dude is going to turn around and attack Seb. Because you just killed
Hey,
his
I'm down
bud.
with that.
Ooh.
What's the target number to hit you, Seb?
20.
You
20.
got it.
There's a 10 there. That is already 25. So without even rolling it for the 10. All right. So do you have any void points left?
No.
All right. So you get Steve gets run through with a spear and gets like picked up and hurled from the impact.
Fuck.
And that is the end of Steve's story. Now let's see whether Joku fares better.
Not good, that.
Is this it? He's 5. He's 5.
This is Joko.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So Joku like ducks under. It's definitely his reflexes that kept him alive there. And like Fade's spear like collides with the wall behind where they had Joko cornered, and gets like embedded in the wall for a moment before he yanks it back out. All right. Next up we have Joko and Ample. So Joko is going to attack Fade, and Ample is going to attack the man who just killed Steve.
Steve will feel rage.
Let's see if Ample can hit a 25. He does drop eyebrows.
Throws eyebrows at him. Ooh, that's a 10 in there.
There's a 10 in
Come
there.
on, Ample, avenge our man.
How much does he need?
He needs 25. So he's at a 20. He needs to roll a 5.
Oh!
All right. So Ample grabs this heavily armed samurai off this horse and like overhand slams him into the ground, breaking the guy's neck.
Satisfying.
Yeah, we'll just
You know,
became
I'm
like my
not
favorite
gonna lie,
character.
I really want to play like a punching character now.
I really wanted to do that.
So now Joko is going to attempt to kill Fade. That's looking good.
It is looking good.
Come back as a ghost.
I love that. If you're immediately coming out as a ghost, you want to do that?
Oh, he had. Oh, he had, I didn't see the 10. That's not enough yet. Oof. Ooh.
Whoa.
All right.
That's
So Joku like does this little like dancing maneuver with his horse. Like he's a very good horseman. So is Fade, but he gets around behind Fade in a like maneuver, like a tricky maneuver that's like impressive to a unicorn. And
Oh, so it's a unicorn. Is that-
sorry,
are you
no,
sure
well,
about that?
you're a unicorn.
Okay.
You know horses. That's it.
And it stabs Fade through the back, and like a sword like erupts through his chest, killing him.
I did my part.
Yeah, you healed Ample, allowing him to do that thing. There you go. Support.
Okay.
Support.
All right, Mercy.
All right. So, come back to you guys in a minute. I'm gonna hop over to what happens to Joel.
Okay, I just want to say, if Jordan wants to be won't leave him. I'm not playing. I'm done.
All right. Jodan's not even. But you get to the dojo, and you see like fire, death everywhere, etc. can tell that the dojo's being attacked and there's sounds of fighting inside. And you can hear Hitomi crying, like inside, and monks shouting or whatever. And you rush to go in, and as you're like getting near the door, you feel the magic animating you start to release, and you don't quite make it to the door, and you just like you get less and less mobile the closer that you get, and you just like fall prone and eventually
Just die.
die.
Oh, that's not a cool way to
You
end.
were no longer useful to Hikomi Yoriko.
Oh, so she didn't die. She just
Nope, she just released the spell
okay.
because she got what she needed out of you.
I'm
Alright.
really nervous right now.
All right, so I'm gonna epilogue this at this point. So, your victory over Fade and keeping Joko alive is going to turn the tides of the battle.
Small
And-
house.
And the Scorpion are going to emerge victorious. However, of course, the city is pretty devastated. The Oni, who now will become a greater Oni, went to attack the temples in the city, specifically the Temple of Daikoku and the Temple of Amaterasu, the Sun Goddess, and wreaked havoc there, killing the monks. Presumably just because it was like, fuck them.
What?
Yeah. Of course, much of the military strength of the city is dead. As I mentioned, the poppy fields got burned, so their economy is tanked.
This city's fucked pretty
But the governor is still alive, which is important because she is a fantastic administrator, and she will eventually get Ryokowari back on its feet, though they will require support from the rest of the Scorpion clan to do so. Hitomi does survive. Jodamon is a badass, and her dojo may have been attacked, but they were not sufficient to kill her. And it wasn't like Ikomi Yoriko had no reason to go after Hitomi at this point. She only did that to strike back against you, and to
What do we do to piss her off?
and to and summon an Oni so she already has an Oni with her name, so she can't sell her name twice.
Perfect.
You were restabilizing the city at the time because Ikomo Yoriko and her the cult that she's involved with were secretly behind the Opium War. They were egging people on in different directions to get to cause chaos in the city and to destabilize the empire as a whole.
Why? Just cults
fuck,
and
I'm not-
demons. Cult and demons. Is that it? Pretty much.
Like it's so that they would be able to better orchestrate control over the empire as a whole.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
I lived.
you lived. So does Ample. Everyone can tell Salty that the Ample not only lived, but is a hero of the Battle of Ryoko.
Yes, I lived. Okay, sorry.
Are there any statues of Steve, the hero, that sacrifices
There's like a
life?
huge. Why not?
No doubt he would be recorded in the annals of history. All right. So question and answer then.
Okay. One thing. Do I just because I died? Does anything else happen to my body? Like, did I become like a zombie eventually, or was I just like burned with the rest of the
You
bodies?
didn't quite engage in the taint enough, and honestly, because you had already been animated, it would have been a bit dicier. But no, you don't rise as a zombie and bite Tommy or anything like that. That definitely doesn't happen.
What happens with eyebrows?
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows?
With eyebrows, yeah. So eyebrows is tortured until he gives up the names of people who helped him, and eventually executed by Joko. Joko is furious.
Oh, yeah, he
I
probably
would
tortured
imagine,
him.
yeah.
Fade is was originally Otako Isas. He is the brother or cousin to Otako Naishi and Genshi, who was disgraced by the Scorpion because there was a Scorpion kept challenging him to a duel, and every time he'd get sick, He was being poisoned.
Oh yeah.
And he was disgraced and left the city, and he became Fade. So that's how the scorpion or the unicorn head ties into Fade. The ninja were originally just a band of people who dressed up like ninja to intimidate folks. Then a real ninja showed up and took them over and started organizing them, but not actually training them. If you had gone to her fortress, it's filled with like secret doors and stuff. And she is, she's like deformed, and she only has like one regular arm. She doesn't have any legs, but she uses a kusarigama to like move around the place. She normally pops up from the floorboards and attacks you if you make it there, and is quite deadly. What else? So you know why Eyebrows explained to you why he, the things that he did. He was able to get close to True Word without True Word drawing his weapon because they had
trusted him.
they had a relationship.
Blood magic.
Yes.
So that spell that she used on me, how would that have like actually? Would I have been like reanimated indefinitely until she just let go of the spell, or like?
So here's essential. Yeah, if she died, it would have worn off.
Okay.
But she could also end it at any time. It's kind of like she had to like keep it concentrated to keep you going.
Okay.
Now the tricky thing was the Oni could take that over. Like he knew that he had the ability to like keep you alive if he wanted to, and when she ended the spell, but no, he didn't.
Okay. Here's the other question.
He was not actually your friend.
Here's another question I have.
Yeah.
Would there have been any scenario where I could have befriended him?
No, he is an evil shape-shifting demon.
Okay. I was just curious if
So
there's any
what
chance
happens
I
with the
could
demon now? Is he just wreak havoc across the lands now?
Effectively, yeah. He will now be able to spawn a new breed of extremely dangerous Oni, which will plague the Empire for countless generations.
Wow, generations.
Alright.
Yeah, until somebody
Okay.
puts an end to the original
That's
one.
all cool and all, but let's ask the important questions. What happens to Hitomi?
Well, I think that Hitomi's story would be a great setup for a future campaign.
That's
if we
why
ever
I
play
was
this
like-
again.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to keep her alive, so I could like, my daughter way in the future or something.
Trained by Jodamon, tainted as a child. She's gonna grow up to be a badass. Like, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm excited. That's all that. As soon as like I died, and then you're like, but you're back. It's like Hitomi's the only thing that matters in this story now, and I need to make sure she stays alive.
Any other questions?
All right.
So some neat side stuff that just didn't come up, or you just weren't involved enough in people. Bayushi Korochika and his family are interesting for two reasons. The
Which
first,
one is that one? The other Scorpion thing?
it's
that
the
guy.
other major Scorpion family, the one that was mostly in the
took
feuds
the
with the
hostage?
Open.
Guy that gave me the bird.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Guy who gave birds.
yeah, okay, I'm aware.
So his son died during this. There is a story about his daughter having died.
Yeah.
She's not actually dead. She has a developmental disorder, and so she's a grown woman now, but has like the mind of say like a 4-year-old. And her family was ashamed of her, so they told everyone that she died, but she was still alive. If you remember when you were there, you heard like the sound of like a woman screaming. That's her, because she makes sounds and freaks out sometimes.
Okay.
Which he uses the fact that he collects rare birds as a cover for it.
That's
Now the real tragedy of that family is like the mother, father, and the two kids, like legitimately all like really love and care for each other, but look pretty evil from the outside. But if you get to know them, they're like the only thing they really care about is that the people they love are safe and happy. That did not happen.
Nope, not this time.
It's never happened in any time I've run it.
Okay. The guy with the pregnant wife who was actually a demon.
Yeah.
The guy's name. What happened with that whole
Oh,
story?
because you didn't stop them. The woman died giving birth to a bunch of spider babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
More importantly, the guy was like, that guy took my fucking name. What happened to him?
Oh, he eventually found the spider demon that impregnated that woman, who like It was the spider demon who married her. He didn't, so that's hard to call him his wife. But and he did manage to kill it, but not all of its young that it spawned.
Okay. I forget exactly what he took, but there was a guy who was helping us in the 9,000 screen.
The guy whose name meant fake name.
And
Oh,
then he was
yes.
like, all right, I'll take this to the safe place.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he was totally not going to do that.
Yeah, you did.
That is a lead in to
The other box.
the other box set, the Tomb of Ayuchiban, who's that blood
Super
the
blood magic.
blood speaker was the name of
Is
the
the hand
skull.
demon the thing that what's her face gave her name to?
No, hand demon shows up in the Tomb of Ayuchiban.
Yeah.
It's basically a zombie built of a bunch of corpses.
Oh,
It's not actually a demon. It's more of a group of undead.
You.
Yeah, it attacks you at one point.
assumed.
The figure of blood you actually see is like Ayuchiban speaking to you at one point. So the whole crux, since we're not doing that one, I will ruin the whole fucking story for it. It's unfortunately we just can't at this point. But the sword leads into all of that. And whoever is essentially possessed by the sword or whatever is the whole crux of that is that Ahuchiban is going to steal your body because he's still alive in this crypt because they just have him trapped in a like iron coffin pierced by jade spears that are like burning him forever and keeping him from using some of his powers. But he has a connection to that sword, so he can jump to somebody who uses that. So if you come to the tomb, he'll steal your body, and then and then you end up trapped in that coffin
God.
forever. So that could have been another way you ended.
Oh.
So, what would have happened if Joel never found a sword?
Like if you ever find the sword in the Night of a Thousand Screams, and you somehow still beat the demon.
Like when he misplaced.
Uh,
Wait, what happened when he was placed? What was that?
that was Seb stealing it.
That's why I called it. Again.
Really?
You called everything, every other possibility. So eventually,
I basically Here's how calling it works. Say everything
Yeah,
possible.
No.
That's how it works.
Seb,
I'm smart.
Seb messaged me and was like,
I know
"Steal
he
the sword."
did.
I
I
just
know
wanted
he
to
did.
Stir some shit.
Actually, whenever we got in the car and we were talking to Nick too, because he drove us all the night, we're like, that was totally Seb, wasn't it?
But I was going to keep the sword, and I'm so glad I didn't.
No.
On my body, did anyone take the sword after I died? Because Jodamon and all them probably would have oh, he's here. Fuck.
That is a good question.
Did Hitomi take the sword?
I think it's Hitomi took the sword.
But,
I think Jodamon took the sword, but
But,
gives it to Hitomi eventually. It's like, this is
sick.
your father's sword.
That's sick. That's so sick. Remember that if we ever do something like this
the
again.
after credits and be like, oh, sequel!
Okay, so questions I have, which is basically, is there anything special about Shosho Hyobu that we didn't know?
Yeah, we
So
always go through everybody
let's kind of flip
That's what I mean.
through
That's
this.
what I'm gonna do.
So Hyobo's big deal is her. She just wants to run the city peacefully and without much incident. So
That's it.
well, here's the thing. She's willing to tolerate the illegal opium trade because she's one of the heads of one of the cartels, and one of the descriptions in my book for her is that she does not resort to violence quickly. She resorts to violence thoroughly.
Yeah.
Which she's a badass. She's a courtier, but she is she's not to be fucked with.
So she would have gone into that battle with the unicorn. It would not have ended until it was done.
Good question. Girl that got her insides ripped out.
Oh
Magda.
yeah, that whole
Please.
thing.
Please tell me what happened there.
So that is a story thread that is kind of you can pick it up or not. At some point, somebody gets murdered. It is generally who it is that gets killed is always a woman, but it's not necessarily Magda. The only reason is it's designed to happen early so that you have some time to look into it if you want. It is a ancient sorcerer from the Burning Sands who has found a somewhat means of immortality that allows him to cause himself to be reborn periodically, but he has to steal a woman's reproductive organs to do it. So he poses as a lumber merchant, but you never really interacted with like the labor class of people, so that I couldn't really throw in
time to
more.
put him in there.
And so you can find him when he's like pregnant with his future self, which he still it would have been for the entire run of this. If the story goes long enough, he can give birth, and then he's a baby, and he has this woman he's brainwashed into raising him.
That's weird, but
It's pretty. He has 20 void points, and he can use as many as he wants on anything, and he has crazy weird magic.
okay. I'm glad we didn't find him honestly. So when you gave me that book, the previous,
Yes.
he uses initials for everybody.
He does.
I'm gonna give you the initials and some notes I have that are very limited, so you can tell me who they are.
Sure.
So I have A. Ronan. I thought that was ample.
Yeah, I believe that's
Okay,
Apple.
and then TW. I'm guessing was true word.
Yep.
Now this is where it gets a little less. H was the initial, and it was an opium and a girl.
Yeah. Hayabu, the governor.
Okay. S.
Uh,
Opium.
That is Soshi Serioku, who I will mention briefly, because you remember that like she offered some
Sword
insight on the
Yeah.
knowledge of her. She is part of the same cult that Akoma Yuriko
I
is.
call it. I'm supposed to not say it anymore. But I knew
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Now I have the initials K. They're Scorpion and they're opium trade.
That's by Shikora Chika.
Magda was M, I'm guessing.
Yep.
E was a leather worker. I'm guessing that's
Eyebrows. Yep.
I have S.J. Was that anybody? Was that Joko?
S.J. Shosho Droko must be, yeah.
Okay. And I have a G. And it's a
G was generous. I think is the other geisha girl.
Okay. So I think I had most of these pretty spot on. Now, Joko.
Yes.
What's his fucking deal? Because I feel like he's not as super cool as he thinks he is.
He's just a
So here's the trick about Joko, is that he doesn't think he's hot shit. He just acts like he thinks he's hot shit. He actually is devastated at the fact that he led the Phoenix girl to like overdose and kill herself. Like he wasn't in love with her, even though like he literally told her he was in love with her. But like he knows that he drove her to suicide, and it is haunted him every single day since then. And everything he does to like be like, oh, I'm like happy and playful, it's all a front. Like all of that is fake, because he just like, he can barely get out of bed every day. He's still competent at what he does, but like
He ain't loving life right now.
exactly. Yeah. And in all honesty, this whole opium war business probably gave him like more to occupy his attention.
okay, Kimmy.
Kimmy, yes. So she was not aware of any of the opium war business going on.
Okay.
She was originally betrothed to, what was his name?
Amitsuka.
No,
that guy.
EJ Michikane?
Yeah, Michikane.
Yeah. So she was political marriage to be engaged to Ide
They
Michikane.
actually did love each other, didn't they?
No, she was in love with Ide Asamitsu.
What's
So
that one?
that
That's
was
his
the
brother.
brother of
The
The guy
Michikane.
that Oni took off.
So Michikane was murdered by he overdosed, but he wasn't actually an opium
I
addict.
figured.
He was forcibly overdosed by the Blood Speaker cult to start this whole opium war thing.
Oh, okay, that figure.
Afterwards, the new arrangement was that Kimi was going to marry Ide Asamitsu, and they're in love with each other, like legit before that. So they were like, let's not fuck this up. This is amazing. And Asamitsu is involved in the plot for the opium war, but he wanted to keep Kimi safe, which is why he ended up like getting her sent away.
Did Michikane actually like Kimmy? Like, was he actually into her?
I don't think he saw it as like more than a political marriage, but like I don't think he didn't dislike her. They were friends for sure.
Okay, I need confirmation Jodan. She's just a good person. That's it.
She's just a good person. That is
Yes.
it. So one thing the governor helped you arrange for Ataku Naishi to leave the city. Took her, and then you remember that Bayoshi Saigo was like missing after that.
No.
He's the duelist dude, the Black Hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, she helped her leave the city and
Gotcha.
delivered her right to the Black Hand.
Wow.
So that's the one. That's like the one time she really lied to you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that's uncool. But
I don't care.
Because she was like,
I respect the game.
that was the deal. Was she helped her leave the city?
Okay,
Do you have anything else?
Homie's
burning?
like.
That's where I was going there next.
Sorry, Hidomi's what?
Lion mentor. Group.
Oh yes, yeah.
What was the deal with that?
Is
Did the
anything
governor set that up
crazy?
on purpose? Was there?
Uh,
I didn't think so, but like,
No, that was totally legit. That woman was more or less what she appeared to be. She's taken in by Akamo Yuriko. She doesn't pick up that she's a secret blood speaker, but she's everything she appears to be. She's a stern old lady that was going to look at setting Hitomi straight. What else we got here?
were Shoshiro Gobi and Hyobu, were they actually like lovers, or was that still just
No,
hearsay?
they are not.
Okay.
Actually, Shoshiro Gobe, his he's actually secretly gay.
I thought
but
so.
being gay is not like there's no stigma against it in their society. He just really likes the idea of having one thing as a secret because he really doesn't have any.
I love that.
Sako Kinto, the old Phoenix man that you didn't.
The
really like.
uncle
Oh,
of the
yeah.
uncle of the drug addict.
Yeah, so he has started a secret snake cult in the city, which got mentioned by the conspiracy girl at the start.
So how much of that stuff that she said was true though?
All of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude,
But
okay.
like the snake cult isn't doing anything bad, but at the same time, it's technically illegal.
So what's
Well,
the
they
what's
could
the
do something
snake
bad,
cult?
right?
Like, what is that? What is that
So the
control?
Naga are like snake people that
Okay.
used to live in this area long before.
So what is he?
humans did.
What does there being a cult do? Is like, oh, we worship the snakes. Is that it?
Pretty much, yeah.
But they're not like, oh, the
It's
snakes
just
will eat
it's
the
not
peeps.
it's just not the major religion for Rokugan.
So, the only other one I really. No, that's not what I was gonna ask. Okay, so has anyone ever? No one's ever actually come into like direct conflict with the Bloodseekers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Any group that I've run it for. Before.
so if we had we like figured out, oh, okay, there's a blood group, and we say in the unlikely event like we killed them or somehow defeated them,
yeah.
is that it?
We save
Like, do we
everyone?
just stop like
that
most
would
of the
be a
main events?
major. I mean, if you say you did it, say you arrived at the city and did it immediately, yeah, that would stop almost all the major events,
Cool.
with the exception of the Night of a Thousand Screams, which is different people doing that.
Who was involved in that? Like,
Well,
major-
that you met them. That was the
That was still
Phoenix-
all the-
that was
okay.
the moon cult.
we dealt with all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Does anyone else actually care about it?
it was a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I remember there was a guy at the guard's place who had a fake ID or whatever, and he had the taint.
Yes.
What was that story exactly?
Okay, so that was to find the map for.
Yeah.
Next.
So his ancestor built the crypt that's the tomb of Ayuchiban. So that map is the map of the tomb.
Okay, and who was the crane that we got? There was two people talking.
It was
Two
a
people
it was
that
a
we
mantis
killed
and a.
We
Oh, a
shot
mantis,
One of them. Sorry, yeah, mantis.
It was a mantis and well, it was a mantis and a scorpion that
We
you started
killed
talking.
one. We killed the
Yep.
scorpion.
And then the mantis died in the thing. Remember, he got like hit by.
Yeah, so they were they were part of a blood speaker cult that is trying to find Ayuchiban's tomb. So they were trying to find the map.
Wait, was the Uchiban the guy that you said the same guy that like jumped between bodies?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Super.
So,
blood
by the way, Meishozo Nise is his second in command, who can also do that. So
who's Maisha Ineze? Which one's that?
Maisha Ineze, he's the guy who he was posing as like a crab witch hunter
Oh,
who
okay.
helped you kill the Oni. Anyway, so if you pick up that he's not what he says he is, he can swap bodies with you too. He's just not as good at it as Aijuban was, but he's still very good at it.
Holy fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I was okay, and also I was brought back from the dead by one of the blood speaker people.
Yeah.
If I like kept addressing that, was there any way to like?
So
I don't know.
So
I don't know what I'm
so
trying to get at.
here's the thing. If you were to try to directly counteract an order previous to making the deal with the Oni, I would have just said no, you don't do that thing. There would have been no like real role for it.
Okay.
After it's all a matter of if the Oni can be like, yeah, I'm gonna take over this bond now. You can do it. But like, because the Oni like he was kind of just like, I'm just gonna ride this out, and I don't really like anyone involved with this, so I'm gonna fuck. So if what you were gonna do would really hurt Ikoma Yuriko, he might have let you do it because he doesn't like her.
Why?
Because she tried to bind him to her will, and he is very powerful and arrogant.
That was the other thing I was gonna ask. What demon did she sell her name to? Is that a demon that's even addressed in this?
It didn't end up showing up. Basically it's if you cause a real problem, she'll summon it. But both she and Soshi Shirioku have Oni that are around that they can call, just like you did.
I feel like I should have done that. I wish I could have done that earlier and then maybe summoned him more.
I want to see an Oni battle. That would have been cool.
Oni versus Oni?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is there in any like of the in this one or any of the others? Is there any way to have become like a blood magic user?
Yeah, no one's ever tried. There's also a fun encounter that I didn't have with you guys because you didn't exactly have time. But you can come across you hear like a thunderclap and you turn around and there's a giant crab dude who yells at you to clean his house. And it is the Kami of Thunder, who's essentially their version of like Thor,
Cool.
who wants you. There's people dealing opium out of his temple, and he wants you to like get rid of him.
That's awesome.
But that's a fun one that I didn't get time to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole thing with leather workers is if you you might never run into conflict with them if you just clamp down on the illegal opium trade, but that makes it much harder to figure out who killed the governor, the previous magistrate. I mean,
because true wording or freaking eyebrows, he's not.
Yeah, if Eyebrows likes you, he's never going to do anything against
Here's
you.
the thing, though. While the game's done, we did achieve except the ninjas, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Also,
that's
the
what I wanted to
ninjas,
ask.
if
What
you'd
was
gone
the-
back later to their place, they would be gone because they figured out that you figured out where they were, so they just abandoned that place.
Okay. Did they keep wreaking havoc in the city now?
No, they're gone.
Oh, they just fuck off.
Yep.
Where did they go?
The girl who's an actual ninja is going to travel to another city, probably the Crablands.
Okay. So,
The other people just take off their black pajamas.
Okay, what is the okay?
wait,
What's
no,
the
I need to ask for a second.
okay?
Yeah.
So Fate is gone.
Yes.
Ninjas are gone.
Yes.
We solitude killed the magistrate.
Yeah. And the person who killed him is dead. Yeah.
And I'm still alive.
And you're still alive. And
So I'm still a magistrate and I solved everything. Essentially.
Here's a question for you then. You never made any public announcement about the wind. How do you spin that?
Yeah, none of us can.
It's entirely up to you, Keegan. You're the only survivor.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
An apple.
I think specifically regarding that, I don't know what happens to me elsewhere, but I think I would say the wind just stops doing what happened, like nothing happened, the wind's
Yeah.
just gone.
Mm-hmm.
After all the chaos in the
And
city.
I'd allow the father and the daughter to stay here for like work. They can work here
Mm.
and everything.
Sure.
Probably what I'd do. So that means that I'm just a magistrate now,
And you live out the rest of your days as a
And-
magistrate.
and everyone's like, "Wow, you really cleaned up the city pretty good. You solved the little big thing."
The city is pretty devastating, Keegan. I don't
Okay,
know that you can
yeah.
really put a feather in your hat.
But I did
You just
my
get to
job.
keep the hat. That's basically
I
all
did
that
my
happens
job.
here. Do Jodamon and Hitomi have any more interactions with him?
Oh,
That's what I was gonna ask.
Almost certainly. Like, I mean, you showed a fair amount of care for Hitomi. I'm assuming you would continue to be involved in her
Yeah.
raising.
So I was gonna actually ask, would you mind me like adopting Hitomi and she like continue?
No,
with Jodamon?
Jodamon, I think, is going to take Hitomi. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't think Jodamon would be like, no. I think Jodamon would mom you. Just like, I don't think so.
Anyways.
But yeah, no, Ikomo, Yuriko, and Jodamon are the only two real people in that level of combat capableness in the city. So Jodamon versus Yuriko would be like a crazy fight.
Yeah. Be badass.
Her so normally throwing swords is like stupid and hard and doesn't work very well. But she has a special school ability that she made that is all about like 'cause she's part of the like dragon dual wielding school, but like the offhand smaller weapon, like she has an ability where she can like throw it accurately, which is kind of fun.
Joe's the best character in this whole thing. So badass.
Let's see if there's anyone else. Is there anything cool about Yogo Asako, the Scorpion Magistrate?
Other than she's complicit in the opium trade, she does the governor's bidding.
She's into Joko.
Maybe. She's like she's kind of what she appears to be. She's like a crooked cop,
Okay.
but she's not like wholly evil. She just like she's willing, she's willing to grease the wheels and
Senafusa.
Sanafusa. He is a idiot. Is I guess the best description. He's not like the most incompetent person in the world. He's just less competent than most. Yeah, he was Magna's patron. Yeah, but that was mostly set up by his father back when his father was more. His father's quite elderly now. But yeah,
What happens with Sadato? What happens with Conspiracy Girl? Anything? Is there anything else special to her? She just
get like destroyed.
actually no. My question is, how did she like know about everything? Like, how did she have that perceptive of like, oh, okay, so there's a blood moon cult, and then there's the blood people, and then the snake cult's a thing, and
because she's good at connecting dots with very little evidence. She could never prove that those things were real, and a lot of it was, mostly her imagination. She just happened to imagine it along the right lines. She's not useful at solving any of those problems. She's just like
She can put some light on it.
So here's the thing: is most of the unicorn in the city are going to be killed. She is a non-combatant, so it's possible that she would have been made Ronin instead.
what about Michisuna? Is there anything cool about him, the musician?
Not really. He's just a bard. He's there if you want a bard.
Yasuki Noboku, that was the female crane. Was there anything?
She died during the 2000
Was
screenings.
that all her purpose served?
Pretty much that. She's overly concerned with money. Like she's way
that's
into the
what I
commerce
remember.
So what happens to me now?
thing. What happens to you now?
Yeah, like
Narrate him out.
Well, you're gonna have to go back to the Emerald Champion and make a hell of a report. That's what's gonna happen.
all right. So I keep my job.
I would say probably yes, because you survived.
All right.
I think it's likely that Doji Oroku would get sent back afterwards to be like to help you.
So I get more people to help me then, right? Because I'm not capable.
I don't.
One couldn't do it, and then 4 couldn't do it. So 4 managed to prevent the city from burning down entirely. That's it.
Yeah. So I headcanon, I would say Doji Oroku gets turned into an Emerald Magistrate for the specific purpose of coming to help you out. You've got Ample with you still. They would probably send you some, at the very, maybe not more magistrates, but some assistants, similar to what Ample would be.
Do you think they would have brought Ample into a clan of some sort for having being a major participant?
I mean, based off what happened, the only one that would make sense would be the Scorpion clan.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do you think they would have
He's-
potentially instated?
Not really scorpion material.
No,
is the
I guess
problem.
not.
Poor Ample.
I-
I'm assuming Ample's just exactly how he's seen. Just
Oh yeah, no, he's totally straightforward.
Yeah.
He's devastated by the loss of the previous magistrate. Sees it as a very personal failing. He's not particularly bright, but he's smarter than people think he is.
yeah. People don't give him credit because of his law.
Exactly.
Doji Sukumara. I think we interacted with him like once. I know we spoke to him at least once. He's the unicorn
He is a crane.
crane. Yeah, he was a crane. I think he was.
I don't believe you ever met him because
I thought we spoke to him at one point. Like,
I think you're
briefly.
thinking of Doji Sumetsu, who was the dude during the Night of a Thousand Screams. that
oh,
didn't tell us
I
that.
think that is who I'm thinking of. Okay, so we got Komi Rico. We know that. We know that. We know that.
Yeah, he's just he's not important for anything is the problem.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't come up. But he's a crane who's willing to get his hands dirty. That's about it.
What about Dove, the one that we hired at one point and then we never spoke to again after the Oni attack? She's a Ronin.
Yeah, she's just a mercenary, really.
That's it. Nothing else about her. Does she get killed by that demon that said "you're next" or whatever at some point, or?
No, she does not. Well, sorry, she might. I don't know, but she probably doesn't live that long, to be honest with you. She's not doing so hot. Jaw. There was what was her name? Was it Horse that got murdered?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got trained.
Yeah, that was no. Oh yeah, she got trampled. No, there was another merchant that fled the city at one point. Yeah, Watchful. And
No,
Jaw
Watchful
killed
died.
her.
Oh, Jaw killed her?
Jaw killed her.
Why?
was
She
Jaw?
was.
We never met him.
Okay.
Ordered to as part of the conspiracy. Like he was hired to kill her.
Okay.
He took a contract to kill her.
Anything else about Shrimp, or did he just?
Off, guys.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
See you, Zeb.
See you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
I'll be here after 5. So.
Shrimp is really been. He used to be kind of a rogue, a scoundrel. He
Yeah.
got turned around by his
Jodamon.
by Jodamon.
So that's it. There's nothing else like really to him.
Not really. No.
Okay, that's Jaw. That's
He's
Dove.
he's really just there to be a potential recruit for an assistant.
Anything interesting about the monks? I mean, they're dead now, but
Other than they can assist that if you brought the girl impregnated by the spiders there to the Sun Temple on the Night of a Thousand Screams, they could have helped her,
okay.
but you didn't, so she died.
Okay, another thing throughout this whole playthrough. When I got I got the taint. Assuming, let's say I got the taint at the beginning of the game somehow. Would there have been any point in this campaign to have cured me? Like, would there have been any way?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So the ghost was my sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We saw her twice,
Yep.
but the limb was 3 times.
Yep.
So when does that happen?
Well, I mean, there wasn't another time I needed to
Yeah. Okay.
figure out, but I mean,
Nothing
because
specific.
3 times per story, right?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
She continues to haunt you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a thing. How about this? One of the people that the Emperor sends you is from the Falcon clan, who specifically, they're a minor clan, but their deal is hunting ghosts.
Whoa.
So he can help you with that.
I don't know if I want
If you,
to.
well, then that's fine. You don't need.
I think I want to live with what I've done.
Shoot.
You can live with what you've done without being haunted by it.
No,
Alright.
that's like a reminder of what I did.
Builder. We never dealt with him. Anything cool about him, or?
No, not really. He's basically there in case somebody asks for an engineer.
Oh, so the cool thing about Gate that Nick had, he told me
Yeah,
about
blackmail.
the blackmail. So, you know how you keep reading in here Shigeko's dossier, like the old magistrate? Shigeko and Gate were lovers. And that's actually why he's Ronin, is because he wanted to protect her Protect her honor.
Protect her honor,
Uh,
which is
why
why,
did he-
why it's useful as blackmail, because
Yeah.
he will do anything to keep her name from being sullied.
So why did he have to go Ronin because they were lovers? What's the deal with that?
To prevent, like, because basically it was going to come out that that they were lovers, so he did that as a way of just making sure that that didn't happen and that she could continue being an honorable samurai.
Why
Wait,
would
who
it?
was
So
the
wait,
lover?
so because she took a lover that makes her dishonorable?
So especially female samurai when they
Oh, so they weren't like in love; they were just banging. What do you mean?
no, they were in love. But like samurai are supposed to like put their duty before anything else. Being
Okay.
love is considered shameful to a samurai.
Oh, okay.
So especially female samurai who are like they're told like kind of like you can take this male role, but you gotta act like a dude,
Kind of walk the walk.
which is super misogynistic and stuff. But
At least girls can do it. Because originally when I was going to play a girl, I discussed disguising myself as a dude.
Yeah, you thought you were gonna.
but
that
then
was
it was
just
like,
yeah.
it's like, yeah, that doesn't really matter. It's like, all right.
So there was a campaign that we played where Pete was a scorpion who was a female masquerading as a man. Not for that, but just because they wanted to appear as somebody else. Much like your character was pretending to be somebody else.
Anything about these two? Anything important with them?
Not really, they just hate Magna.
Okay.
Well, the old.
Kinshi and Naishi, were they, other than what we know already?
They were the ones who were organizing the connection with Fade.
That was their role in it.
Yep. So if you like take an interest in them early, you can potentially figure out who Fade is faster.
Okay. Interesting.
Lean meat. Anything with him?
Lean Meat the Gambler.
Yeah.
The only thing about him is that he's nicer than he appears to be. He will not he will not let somebody gamble themselves into destitution.
Yeah, I remember it said that in here.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
That's about it. Other than that, he's like Ample works for him at that point. He kind of like he doesn't really actually need Ample's help because nobody.
Just doing it for Ample?
Yeah, he's pretty much doing it for Ample
Oh,
because
nice
he knows that Ample's not doing well and doesn't have another source of income. So
Is there anything curious about the previous magistrate that could have come up?
he is, I mean, about his affair. He is complicit in he was complicit in the opium trade, so he was getting like a cut out of it. Like he was super dirty. Other than that, like he was legitimately trying to solve the ninjas and the wind. He just did not succeed. Though he did he hurt the ninjas pretty bad. They were actually very worried about him. They were not involved in his death. They just kind of lucked out on that. He might have actually just solved that problem if he'd been given more time. He was good at his job. He just didn't.
I'm assuming the people who killed him was eyebrows and just other.
It was other workers, yeah.
Shortcut? We never even met him, but
He's there if you need like a person, like if you're like we need a specific dude to run our messages.
So a lot of these guys are just
They're there for the GM to be like, okay, you're looking for this type of character. This is who you have. But if you don't need or look for that, then it never comes up.
I think it's unlikely, but the firefighter guy with the daughter with Nico, that was just because of me, right? There wasn't any.
Well, the reason her name was Nico was just because of you.
Okay, well, what's his deal?
I mean, other than being basically a street gang, nothing really. They were just trying to capture his daughter to extort him for money. That was.
Oh, they weren't with him?
No, the ninjas
There
that
was
attacked.
ninjas,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So the ninjas were just basically a criminal faction. They were in it
They
for
were
money.
a gang, but with someone smart running it.
So Yellow is kind of funny.
Did we meet?
No, you didn't really interact with her. She is like a boat captain. She's her patron is Shoshiro Gobe. She is there to be a super obvious smuggler who doesn't actually smuggle anything, and she'll sometimes just be ordered to leave the city in the dead of night and just wait here for a while.
Great.
Smuggling anything. Just so that people will be like, oh yeah, we know who's doing this illegal opium thing. It's her. But no, she's not.
We know about eyebrows. Oh, is that like the
That
end?
is the death of the magistrate. That is leather workers dressed up to hide their identities.
How did they get all underground uniforms?
They part of the whole breakdown of what Fade's been up to when you first get there
He
is
stole some
they stole
uniforms
some.
at
Like
a
they
shipment.
attacked a shipment of them, which they used to masquerade as Thundergrove members. Which, if the Opium War had continued, they would have used to infiltrate the city and attack at one point.
Anything interesting? Is Raspy just Raspy?
Raspy's just Raspy.
Anything but pitiful?
Other
never
than he
used him.
legitimately feels bad about torturing people, and that's what makes him so effective.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what gets people to talk. Is like they figure out is like as part of when he's torturing them, that, like, oh no, this guy actually feels bad about torturing me, and he's like please like tell me so I can stop doing this.
Oh, so that's actually. I thought that was just like I figured it might have just been like a way that he manipulated with them, like trying to throw it. You know, it's like generally like, please, like I don't want to do this, and it like starts like peeling, just like I don't want to do
What's
this.
the unicorn magistrate? Does he have anything interesting? Just an old nice dude?
There's
I mean the magistrate.
Isn't it?
there was
You
a
mean
unicorn magistrate you met
Sanafusa
during
or
the Night of a
Joshua?
Thousand Screams.
There was the one he was looking. I think it might have been him. He was like at a warehouse, speaking with someone.
Yeah, so there's during the Night of a Thousand Screams,
I think it
all
was
the
around
masks
that
and
time,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, he's more or less just there to be somebody present from one of the other major families. He doesn't really have any particular
I
details
still
about
don't
him.
like him for some reason. I just thought he was just like, no,
That's
I'm
fine.
just hanging out.
What
What was that crane guy that we got sleepy time in his house?
Doji Sumetsu.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Other than that, he is an advisor to the head of the Crane clan.
He's a nice guy, right?
He's just a nice guy.
I'm assuming the same with the old man that lives there too.
Yep. The old man, like, they're just, like, the old man's particularly insightful. Kyoto, who is the dragon monk, or whatever, is, like, he's not a bad guy at all. He only stole the sword because he owed Whisper a favor, and then told you guys about it so that you would go help him.
Okay.
He potentially can be recruited as, like, a assistant for number magistrates, but you would need, like, he'll leave the city soon after if you don't do anything, which you didn't.
So that's where his story ends. He's just like, all right, end of my job.
Oh yeah, effectively. He's a monk.
Who's Ashidaka Narutoki? Was
That is the previous
magistrate?
magistrate, yeah,
Okay.
the one that was murdered.
I just thought there was a quote in here. I didn't forget about that.
So what's your guys' thoughts?
That was great.
That was amazing. Like, I'm genuinely concerned that it's all downhill from here. 'Cause that was so phenomenal. I enjoyed every bit of that, even though I got frustrated.
I am just pumped that Hitomi is still like.
You did it. You know what? Everyone else showed you as here, but you did it. She's alive.
That's
She's seen some shit though.
yeah. Like I mean, that's the thing. She's gonna be like. Well, I don't know. She might still turn out like it's gonna haunt her, but she might still like turn out alright.
Like the best
Yeah.
character.
I think
to
she's
deal with
she's
that.
probably like the best
100%.
person to deal with that.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason she's not going to be like broken.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be.
But that ultimately became my goal. Was I wanted her to get left with someone that would like train her to do shit.
So say we make her in like a previous game. All you would need to do would be to make a crab samurai from the Isuki family, take the alternate school advantage to take the dragon school because that's who trains her. Right?
Yeah.
And then take the disadvantage that gives you taint. But then
Yeah, 'cause
and then at that point, whatever else you want.
Yeah,
That's the
helmet.
reason why I want keepers,
Yeah.
because I wanted to play as a character later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Sick.
All right. Well, thank you guys for participating in this.
I don't want that. No.
Okay.
There's nothing I have to say, but I don't want that.
Come on. One final dice roll. 2 dice.
There you
Oh,
go.
you know I'm in.
15.
13.
Not that.
All right. Then the game ends. Have a good night.